What makes someone unstoppable? It's not luck, it's not genius, because we've all seen people with talent burn out, and people with drive hit walls they never recover from. Maybe that's you right now. So what is it? Why do some people break through every wall, while others stay trapped behind their own limits? Stick with me, because once you see the habits I'm about to share, you'll understand why some people become forces of nature, while others fade into the background. Most people think success comes down to working harder, but hard work without the right habits is just a wildfire with no direction. Unstoppable people don't rely on discipline alone. They build systems so good that even on their worst days they make progress. And as James Clear said in his book, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So let's build us a system. Number 1, learn relentlessly. Unstoppable people are students always. The people who you see as role models, whose success you want to replicate, got there because they always kept learning of new things, new ways of improving, keeping an eye on trends and seeing where things are going. The billionaire Mark Cuban calls this the winning edge. In his book, How to Win at the Sport of Business, Cuban says something profound. If you're going to watch TV or read a book, don't do it unless you think you can gain something from it. What he means by that is, even in your downtime, try to do things that will inspire or teach you. Instead of consuming brain rot, thinking it will help you relax, feed your mind a healthy diet of information and motivation, so that you'll always be in a state of mind where ideas are flowing and you're driven to implement them. Number 2, stay organized and define your targets. Albert Einstein once said, a cluttered workspace is a cluttered mind. So the first actionable step I'm going to give you is to clean up whatever is unnecessary or is just straight up trash from your workspace. Next, write down, or at least, since I know most of you might be too lazy to even write something down, make a note in your head right this second of what are you cutting out today, tomorrow, and the next 6 months that's been slowing you down. Is it TikTok, pornography, or sleeping late? These are now your enemies, and you must hold your blade to their necks. The more specific your aim, the sharper your focus, the easier the process becomes. When your mind is cluttered and your environment is chaotic, your focus fragments. But when you organize your thoughts, your tasks, and your space, you create a foundation for growth. Combine that with clearly defined goals, not mere fantasies, but real, measurable targets. And suddenly your actions have direction. Change your self-image, and it's really that simple to go from someone who dreams to someone who is beginning to achieve. Protecting your attention. We've talked about staying organized, but now we need to go deeper into the battlefield of attention. Because in today's world, attention is currency, and the richest companies are fighting to steal yours. Unstoppable people guard their attention like it's sacred. They don't scroll endlessly, respond to every ping, or multitask until their brain's fried. They choose what to focus on and when. Set boundaries. Use tools like website blockers. Schedule your deep work like it's a meeting with your future self. Because if your mind is constantly being pulled in 1,000 directions, you'll never break through. Laser focus is a skill. Train it. Start with meditation. Promise it's nothing woo-woo, it's simply focusing on your breath and only that, ignoring all the random thoughts that pop up until it eventually becomes quiet. And in that quiet lies infinite potential to be focused at whatever you may imagine. Habit number 3, move your body, train your mind. Remember how I said before that everything you do should contribute in some way to bettering you? Well, this is part of it. This isn't about just working out. It's about making movement a non-negotiable part of your self-respect. Now think about this. If someone managed to find joy from reading and working out that others do from binging content or eating junk food, how much further will they be than others? Don't just exercise blindly, but learn from it to start enjoying the process and to be present in the moment. From the Harvard Institute of Health, many studies have suggested that the parts of the brain that control thinking and memory are larger in volume in people who exercise than in people who don't. So if you're sincere about reaching your potential, learn to enjoy the good habits. Cultivating a positive self-image with affirmations. Have you not realized by now that the reason life feels like it's in a loop is because your mind is still operating on the programming from years ago? If you constantly tell yourself, this is too hard, or I'll do this later, your brain listens. It believes you, and it starts looking for ways to prove it true. But here's the solution, and this is something I personally did myself, so I can attest to its power. When you wake up in the morning, repeat out loud and with passion a series of phrases that resonate with you. I am focused. I am disciplined. I can do anything I put my mind to. I am the maker of my destiny. Affirmations aren't magic, they're mental programming. You're not lying to yourself, you're rehearsing the truth of who you want to become. Speak it, visualize it, believe it. Even if it feels fake at first, repetition builds belief. You've unconsciously affirmed negative things for years. Now it's time to consciously affirm the powerful version of you. That's how you rewire your identity, and that's how the mind starts aligning with your goals. Go ahead and use some of the ones I just said. Just make sure they are things you truly want. Eat the ugliest frog. There's a quote often credited to Mark Twain. If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat two frogs, eat the ugliest one first. What's the frog? It's that one task you're dreading, the thing that's hard, uncomfortable, maybe even scary, but also the one thing that would move your life forward the fastest. Successful people don't avoid the frog, they hunt it down early. Why? Because when you knock out your hardest task first, it creates momentum. Everything else feels easier. Procrastinators let the frog grow in their mind until it becomes paralyzing. But the unstoppable, they eat it first, without hesitation. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, what's the ugliest frog I need to eat today? Then eat it before you do anything else. Finally, cultivate relentless desire. You might tell yourself you want to succeed, but you can tell from your daily routine that you don't really mean it. You kinda want it. You hope it'll happen. But the ones who actually rise, they don't hope. They hunger. Unstoppable people have a burning, irrational desire to win. It's not casual, it's not convenient, it's an obsession. And that desire isn't born, it's built. Every time you visualize your goals, every time you remind yourself why it matters, you add fuel to the fire. Stop being led by a leash by your impulses. Make your goals and dreams your compass, and follow it relentlessly. Because the journey is what you've been looking for to fill the void. Because you weren't made to be average, you were created unique. Unstoppable people aren't just built different, they just build different habits. Habits that make their success a natural side effect of how they live, and systems that catch them when motivation disappears. So what do you think this means for you? That success is dependent on you implementing the right habits that compound momentum, and learning to love the grind. The person who can enjoy the grind will always outwork the one who finds it a struggle. And when your actions match who you believe you are, consistency becomes automatic. If you're serious about rising above average, comment below with the habit you're working on, and subscribe if you're tired of wasting away. And may we all ascend to our potential.